is Saturday, December
This is
13th, and
Dick
you are
Whitney
watching
bringing you the
You
weather.
Don't
And
Watch
let me tell you, I'm
Sports
happy to say
right
there's
here on the
nothing
Feo
but
Grande
blue
YouTube
skies
network. I
coming
am
your
Bill
way.
Smith, and I'm joined as always by the man, the myth, the legend, Feo Grande himself. Oh, Mari Ellis. So, Mari, how was your sports week?
Sports week was, you know what? It's pretty good. Not gonna lie. It's been a pretty good sports week. I've been enjoying it. How about you?
It has been really good. It has been really good. It's been quiet. We have had a few Major League Baseball transactions to start this early MLB free agency. I just realized now. Let me throw him in there. Pete Alonso is now a Baltimore Oriole. He is no longer a New York Met. Born and bred New York Met. 40 home runs a year. They decided that wasn't good enough for them. They don't want to pay him that money. So he is now a Baltimore Oriole. Shocking move by the Orioles to actually throw money into the race for the first time in quite a
Yeah.
long time.
Glad he
So
didn't go to the Dodgers.
and then yeah, the Dodgers, man, the Dodgers, they had a tough time last year, didn't they?
Oh
They
boy.
they had it rough,
Oh.
winning the World Series for the second straight year. Um, but boy, did they have some trouble in their bullpen. They didn't have a great bullpen. In fact, they had to most of the playoffs. Their bullpen were starters. Their bullpen were their starters that they had extra of that they moved into the bullpen because their bullpen wasn't very good. So it would be good if they repaired that in some way. Oh yeah, they just signed the best closer on the market, one of the best bullpen arms in the league for the last 5 years, Edwin Diaz from the New York Mets.
God,
Yeah. If you're a New York Met, you were having a really hard time on
bad
Tuesday morning
bad
because in
teams.
less than
Stop this behavior,
in
please. This
less
is
in
why your
less than
teams are
24
bad.
hours, you're probably your two largest fan favorites. If you don't count Francisco Lindor, who made his name in Cleveland, and was acquired by the Mets several years ago. As far as like homegrown, that guy's a Met. You lost your two big names in less than 24 hours. Edwin Diaz to the Los Angeles Dodgers and Pete Alonso to the Baltimore Orioles. So big names are a moving in the MLB, but it's the offseason, so it's not even a topic today. We're going to go into three different topics just to sprinkle a little bit of sports information into your casual conversation as we are your guiding light through that sea that is sports talk. Omari, NFL, how them picks going, baby?
I kind of went 8-6 last week. Had some things that didn't play out, but that's what makes the game interesting, baby. We had some upsets. Your now, unfortunately for you, your Bucks lost twice since we last talked, and I had picked them in both of the games that they had lost. But part of why my week is going better. My team had a bye week, so now we're at the top of the division because of the Falcons beating the Bucks and Kirk Cousins winning on Thursday night of this week. There were also some other things that happened around the league. Oh, I almost forgot. So I'll start with the teams. We got 4 teams that have been eliminated now. The Commanders, get them out of here. They let 9 dog walk them in Minnesota. The Jets, Jets, just in the season. Their season is now over. The Falcons, despite their win, are mathematically eliminated because they lost last week. Because they lost on Sunday. And the Cleveland Browns in a division where the 4-9 Bengals still have a chance of making the playoffs. The Browns have been eliminated and they lost to the team that had 1 win before they beat them because Shedeur Sanders, despite a 4 touchdown game where he threw for I think over 300 yards, was going great. Brought his team within 2 points of tying things up to take it to overtime. Keep the game going. Let's try and do this. And on the 2-point conversion attempt, the coach took him out. Put in some random other dude. I don't even remember the dude's name. Put him in and ran a play. Play didn't work and ended. People been talking all week about the fact that Kevin Stefanski does not like Shedeur Sanders, and that's about as much of a yeah, I don't like this motherfucker as you can get. It's like, oh, he has a chance to be the hero and save the day. No, get him out of here. I want 10 to do it, and 10 got zero. Anyway, um, the Colts. There's change that needed to be made. Something that I did not realize has been another story. I was too focused on Indiana Jones, Daniel Dimes, Danny Jones this season. I did not realize how banged up he had been. I did also not realize that everyone on their bench had also been banged up. And Sunday, Danny had came back and got hit back off into the bench, tore his ACL. He not ACL, Achilles, and is done for the season. So the Colts needed to get somebody. So they went to the retirement home and they grabbed 44-year-old man, old man Philip Rivers. He's back at the helm of the Indianapolis Colts to try and keep them because they had a strong season this year. They were the top of the AFC for a good number of weeks. Can he does he still have more in the tank? We'll find out. Bears are now the seventh seed in the NFC, and I already mentioned the Bengals. We'll knock some of these picks out of the way for this week. Bengals, speaking of which, go against the Ravens. Both teams have low amounts of wins, but I just mentioned that if either of them wins out, they still have a chance of winning that division, which means they would still make the playoffs at like 8 and 9.
Insane.
That said, I like Lamar. I can't count on his consistency. I got the Bengals over the Ravens. Eagles versus Raiders. I got Eagles. Texans over Cardinals. I got Chargers over Chiefs. I messed up and went against my gut last week with Chargers over Eagles. Not doing that anymore against the Chiefs, which means the Chiefs are probably gonna win. But I've got Chargers over Chiefs. I got the Bills over the Patriots because of obviously. Um, you got Jaguars over the Jets. I got in a game with two eliminated teams. It's still divisional football. Anybody's got a chance. Give me the Giants over the Commies. Bears over Browns. Panthers over Saints. Lions over Rams. Colts over Seahawks. I say Rivers gets it done this week at least. Rivers over Seahawks. Broncos over Packers. Niners over Titans. Cowboys over Vikings. And Dolphins over Steelers, because why not? That AFC North division is not a good division. Let's go Dolphins.
All right.
And
All right. And next week's
Thursday, see
Thursday game, yeah.
Thursday, because it's divisional football and anything can happen, and because I remember my time back when I used to like that team in LA when they were in St. Louis. Seahawks usually won against them near the end of the season because, divisional football and stuff. I'm going to say the Seahawks get the upset on Thursday. Rams are, I think, the top team in the NFC, but we'll find out if they stay that way.
All right, Omari. Well, your time was then.
My time is
John
up.
Cena's time is now, but it's about to be up.
Oh,
In
his
less
time's about to be
than
up just like mine.
in less than 12 hours, John Cena will no longer be a professional wrestler. He will simply be suit and tie actor John Cena. And with such a long career and with so much wrestling that we talk about here on this show, we wanted to take a moment and dedicate a topic to Sir John Anthony Cena and go through some things. I got a few questions for you, Omari. I just want your gut honest thoughts here.
All right.
When you close your eyes, what John Cena do you see?
Um, Rise Above Hate C Nation Green Boston Cena. I
Okay.
wouldn't say it's my favorite look for Cena because of obvious reasons, but that's
Okay,
the Cena I
great
see.
segue. What's your favorite John Cena?
Favorite Cena will probably be, you mentioned the PPR shirt in one of our other conversations we've had. I do
Hmm.
like that shirt. Um, definitely, if not one of the Dr. Thugonomics looks just like no, not the Dr. Thugonomics. I think the Dr. Thugonomics was funny, but I know me specifically, if I'm being 100% honest with myself, especially at the time, I did not I did not drink the Dr. Thugonomics Kool-Aid. I thought the song was cool, Word Life and all that.
Basic
But
thugonomics.
yeah. Um, Give me the like red Never Give Up She Nation or the PBR one,
Uh-huh.
the shirt.
I,
Um,
I like both of those. I would say because of my lapsed fandom
mhm.
in a big chunk of Cena's career, as with all of these examples laid out in our little side document here, um, I didn't realize how much the fence hustle, loyalty, respect
That's
insignia was my image of, and that was probably like the very last bit until I completely checked out for
that's
quite
a
a
good one.
while. Um,
That's a good
uh,
one. I was looking at that one too.
but honestly, for me now, it's probably an image of one of his retirement run shirts, like that burgundy and gold Holland. Um, you people are in a toxic relationship. I'm in a
Yeah.
toxic relationship with you people.
The retirement
Promo.
the retirement tour shirts have been good. They do kind of make me wish that I was at one of those shows.
Yeah. And then not a John Cena specific shirt, but boy, when they came in for I'm so regretful that I didn't buy one, and every once in a while I check on eBay. They did a STL NWO style shirt in blue and gold
Oh,
for Cena and Randy Orton's
yeah, I
match
would
at
have.
Backlash recently. It was pretty great. Um, all right, so yeah, that's our image of John Cena. Now I want to know who, when you close your eyes and I say John Cena's rival, who do you picture?
Mr. Orton, Randall Keith Orton, to go with the John Anthony Cena from before. Um,
They were certainly parallels
yes, that
for a long,
so,
long time.
and they constantly their stories constantly kept having to come back to each other, and then there was the whole. I don't know if you were in tune with the internet back when Too Many Cooks was a thing, but I've seen the parody video where
That's that
someone,
parody sitcom opening,
yeah.
and then
I,
people start
Yeah,
RIPing.
yeah.
Okay,
I
yeah.
And that goes on for freaking ever.
Yeah.
And that's like
Gets like
part of the
really
joke.
weird and dark. Yeah.
Yeah, someone did a thing on Botchamania some years back where they took that song and they just did it to Cena versus Orton title card or like match card things, the versus things. And too many cooks to like with different twists in the song where you think it's like gonna end, including one of the things being for the last time, Cena versus Orton. And then it's like, yeah, too many cooks. And then another fucking thing comes up because they fought each other so much. And just like Randy, I'm pretty sure Cena was the guy Randy tried to kill with the pyrotechnics, storyline wise at least. Literally just tried to blow the man up. They just always, for 25 years, have Cena put it in the thing this year. That's why I think when it comes to rival, now if you want to talk about his biggest opponent, most marquee, opponents and stuff like that.
Too many cooks.
Yeah, got him to do another one last
Our
time.
last time.
Um, so I think Randy would I think biggest rival just because they constantly kept coming back at each other, for the longest it was the 16 to 14 type deal. But biggest marquee like opponents and stuff like that, I'd be remiss if I didn't mention Cena. Oh, not Cena. CM Punk for the whole pipe bomb, doo doo doo, money in the bank and all of that. And obviously The Rock, but The Rock's while he was a marquee match, it's not really a Cena rival. That's just they didn't like each other that one
And that only
time.
happened once,
Twice.
but it was once in a lifetime.
It sure was, wasn't it? It's like it's like why Cena says no one can believe him when he says he's going to retire
I mean,
because wrestling likes making those statements only to go back on them in a month.
it just speaks to the length of dominance for the character of John Cena that you can say obviously The Rock, Randy Orton, CM Punk,
Hmm.
Batista,
Yep.
Brock Lesnar. Then you have his younger people that people say should have maybe he should have gone over a little less. The Wade Barretts, the Sheamuses, the Umagas.
Hmm.
Um, then you have a bunch of different feuds with the Miz. You have his OG feuds with Eddie Guerrero and JBL, uh,
Yeah.
Triple H, Shawn Michaels, The Undertaker. Uh, we haven't even mentioned what a lot of people would immediately say is their favorite, and a lot of people wanted to be his final opponent, even though it's impossible. The rated R superstar, Edge slash
Yeah.
Adam Copeland. Uh,
Yeah. A lot of
uh,
people will tell you Edge. You
Chris
are correct.
Jericho, Kurt Angle. Uh,
Hmm.
in this retirement year, Cody Rhodes, Logan Paul, Dominic Mysterio. Um,
He has fought so
he has had a
many
feud
people
with Eddie Guerrero and Dominic Mysterio.
in the same amount of time that Dominic Mysterio went from being a custody battle, not prop, but you know what I mean. Pretty
Right.
much a prop NPC to full-fledged wrestler fighting John Cena in his second to last match and a couple matches before that.
Yeah. The only other person that I can think of that would have that moniker is Eddie Guerrero's best friend in life and Dominic Mysterio's father, Rey
Rey
Mysterio.
Mysterio. Yeah.
The man and another classically known as this motherfucker is doing this forever. He's doing it too long, some even say.
He started before Cena and still going.
All right, so that's our Cena rivals. Let's get specific. Let's get granular.
Ooh.
Wrestling soulmates, Omari. What is the best John Cena match? I've thrown an example in our chat here, or thrown an image on our chat that gives you a lot of things to pull from. I'm going to start running through a little bit of them here. Uh, Two different AJ Styles matches. We've covered that some may never see. SummerSlam and Royal Rumble. He has a trilogy with Kevin Owens, Elimination Chamber, Money in the Bank, and Battleground. A triple threat with Seth Rollins and Brock Lesnar, not to mention a solo match with Seth Rollins at SummerSlam. You have his dozens of U.S. title open
Oh.
challenges with young stars like Sami Zayn and Cesaro, Claudio Castagnoli. Um,
That's about when I started turning my opinion on Cena. Was that?
his no hold bars matches with Umaga. His match with Bryan Danielson. Although nobody likes the ending of that pay per view, it kind of ends up spoiling what is an incredible match.
Yeah.
Obviously, the CM Punk Money in the Bank match, the CM Punk match on Raw, where they are fighting for the right to fight The Rock at WrestleMania. Um, what do you got? Oh, we didn't even include his two different matches with Shawn Michaels.
I didn't see the two with Sean to, or at least they don't come straight to my mind. Obviously, with Sean being involved, they were fantastic. But um, I think given the things listed here, I want to say either for me, because a lot of wrestling is you have to be there. You know what I mean? Obviously, you can watch a match, understand why it's great. Oh, look at the technical, the story being told here. But when you're in the moment, that always amplifies things because everything that led up in the weeks before amplifies what you got. So that said, I'm gonna first do it to one of three. It is, for me at least, it's either Money in the Bank versus Punk because of everything that led up to that moment. And then the way the match ended was so unexpected because they're not going to let this man lead the company with the belt. That's impossible. you know? Or the Rock, the once in a lifetime or twice in a lifetime, but because I can't pick one of those two off the top of my head, I'm going to disqualify it. And then three, we have his matches with Styles, which were great matches, but I feel like if I had to say for the sake of time, give me the Punk Money in the Bank. Give me that. I'm gonna say that just for me being in the moment. All the things that you mentioned were great. And yeah, you mentioned greatest rival. I will say you mentioned some names in there, and I don't think he's a rival, but definitely biggest obstacle so much that he got the last word in their little confrontations. The beast, Brock Lesnar.
Hmm.
Like
I listed the whole
yeah,
OVW class at one point, but he is
yeah,
not pictured in this.
yeah. Yeah, he's just that constant. But
Yeah.
yeah, I think I'm gonna say Punk Money in the Bank.
I like your pick and I like your reasoning behind it. I do. Because like all of the other great matches for me that I've seen in hindsight, as I've
Hmm.
said, missed a lot of seeing a career live as it was going. A lot of the matches that I've seen in hindsight that I love don't have a ton of Cena and that person build
Yeah,
emotional story involved in it. It's the Shawn Michaels matches, it's the Seth Rollins match, and then it's the Daniel Bryan match that is more of a Daniel Bryan story that Cena is more of a prop in the Daniel Bryan authority story.
yeah,
Um so I like your call of the Money in the Bank match because it is Cena and Punk, the story of
yeah.
the
That whole
the
summer and
corporate top
everything.
shelf a number
Hmm.
one pick versus the people's no pun intended, the people's champ. Uh yeah, I like that choice. Let's move on to topic number three, Omar. Let's move right into it because it is all culminating tonight in WWE's Saturday night's main event. You can find it on Peacock here in the States, internationally, YouTube. We have, per request of John Cena, kayfabe or not, this pay-per-view is going to be a showcase of the future of WWE. He knows that there's going to be a ton of eyes on this show tonight. Maybe even some casuals who are just like, "Oh, John Cena's last match ever for John Cena. I guess I need to watch that." So they'll jump in and they're going to see all these fresh faces. As we typically do with a match card, we're going to run through them. I just want to see your initial thoughts here.
Gotcha.
For the WWE World Tag Team Championships, this is the one that lives on Raw, currently held by AJ Styles and Dragon Lee.
Oh, Team AJ
Dragons
Lee.
Dragons with smiles.
To Dragons with Smiles. Okay.
That is the only name canonically pitched so far. It was done by Dragon Lee and it was done in Spanish, and apparently translated the name that he pitched translates to Dragons with Smiles. Um, but everybody assumes that it was supposed to be Dragons with Style
Oh,
or something like that. I don't remember what the story is there. But
I
anyway,
like it.
they are
Or the
facing two young, bouncy boys. You got Javon Evans from NXT, and then you got Leon Slater, the X Division champion from TNA, participating in a WWE PLE. That boy is signed by WWE. That
I
boy is
mean,
not a
we
TNA
had
star.
we had the TNA champion at WrestleMania.
Do you know his contract status currently?
I'm assuming WWE.
Yeah, he works for WWE now.
Yeah. That said, I think that was going to go to AJ and Dragon, but yeah, but boy, that's gonna be a match.
It is going to be a fun, exciting, high flying, fast match. This is one, I mean,
It could go either way. Because I'm trying to
honestly,
look at the rest of the card. I'm
like,
like, but if
yeah, this is the dance that we got to play. All the vets can't win.
yeah,
I don't think all the vets can win.
I agree.
Even if they're all just real good matches with a handshake at the end and like, good job, kid, you really put up a good fight. I don't know if all the vets can win.
I agree.
Unfortunately, there's somebody we're going to talk about next that I think is going to lose, which I would hope would be the one to win. My
Yeah,
heart of
same,
hearts, this
same.
is going to be the big win. This one is going to be the big win. Not only do they win, they get a tag title from the win.
Oh,
AJ Styles is not really a tag champion. He's looking to move into his retirement year, just as
true.
Cena is finishing his. Feel like we pulled the tag belts off of him. He gets to drop him to a kid. He gets to drop him to a TNA star, a TNA X Division star. That's very AJ Styles
Yeah,
coded.
no,
Um,
yeah.
I'd love to see the kids win on this one.
No, I would too. Sign me up.
Javon Evans just beat The Miz last night. I know
I
The
mean,
Miz is
that's
The
not
Miz. I know The Miz is The Miz, but he's still a two-time Grand Slam champion.
he beat John Cena.
He beat John Cena in the main event of WrestleMania, okay? And Javon Evans beat him last night.
Hey, I wore a Miz shirt on our video that you mentioned that may or may not be seen by people. We're talking about John Cena, and I wore a Miz shirt, so I like the Miz. But anyway, yes, give me Javon and Slater. Why not? Because I like your argument.
Sol Ruka, the like hippy dippy surfer gimmick, kind of
Oh, that hurt
they've
me.
been backing her away from that, as so it's not so much direct like, oh, she's a surfer and she's a hippie and
Oh, I
but
never knew that was her thing.
yeah, that's the
I,
basis of her character. But she's the one in NXT with the cool flip finisher
yeah,
that
the
that that,
Soul
that people might have
Snatcher.
seen online. She's gonna be fighting Bailey. As I said, I think this is the one that is almost rubber stamped for the NXT person to win.
Yeah.
I hate it. I hate it because I love Bailey so much, and she's just always this person. It's like this is my person. Like I get it. I get all you internet people who are like, "Bleh, well, LA Knight, but blah blah." I get it because mine is Bailey.
Yeah.
And I'm the one who's constantly every week like, "No, Bailey is losing too much. Stop
Yeah.
letting Bailey lose so much."
She's my, subjective favorite of the four horsewomen like thing.
Hmm.
So I'm with you there. I would prefer if she won this, but she's also very giving when it comes to building up the other young talent. So yeah, unfortunately, I share your sentiments there too about it's pretty much rubber stamp that Soul's gonna win this one.
Now, Omari, champion versus champion, no titles on the line. Cody Rhodes, the WWE champion, versus Oba Femi, the ruler of NXT. God, God, I would give anything for Oba Femi to win this match tonight.
We're sharing vibes at least with these first three things because
Like,
I'm
I
a
am
me.
going to put this online. I'm gonna post this on YouTube here later. If somehow anybody could see this, I swear you don't care. I know you don't care, but literally, I would write a check. I would write a check tonight. The second the 3 count lands on the mat, I would sign a check for $500. to see Obafemi win tonight. I would immediately put it in the mail at the WWE headquarters.
I
Do
would
it.
love Obafemi winning tonight because I everything I've seen of Obafemi, he's like right up my alley. As a
Oh,
Like obviously Brock Lesnar and him are different people, but I like those characters.
he
And
did a
Obafemi is a big motherfucker that's just, and I like his presentation. I like everything about him. I like the name Obafemi.
he did a toe to toe with Cody Rhodes last night in the middle of the ring to open SmackDown and did not skip a beat. Introduction to the main roster. I believe he's definitely been in the hey, we've got this person sitting ringside because he has an important NXT match tomorrow kind of thing.
Yeah.
He's been there before, but this is his first main roster entrance, walk down the ramp, get in the ring, and he had a toe-to-toe promo back and forth with the WWE champion and did not skip a beat. Had command of his words, had the aura, had the it was perfect. It was perfect. It was seamless. The man belongs here. I can't wait. I can't wait for Obafemi.
Yeah, same. But I
Uh,
think Cody's taking it.
okay, Omari, the big one for the night. We have John Cena, and the winner of the last time is now tournament, the Ring General, Gunther. Gunther has promised that we are going to see something that has not happened since Kurt Angle versus John Cena in 2008.
Something like that. Since
Uh,
pre-Super Cena.
Gunther has promised that John Cena will give up. What do you think? What do you think is going to happen here?
Kind of wish he hadn't promised that. But the idea of Mr. Never Give Up for his final thing, story-wise, to give up, he couldn't, what he finally did, would be a thing. But I think it's gonna go more. Gunther still doesn't get what he wants, and John like tapping. But I think they do a pass out because John has nothing left in the tank, which John Cena has been, even in interviews. You see my matches? They're good because that's all I've got left in the tank. I'm giving you everything, every last bit of my energy. It's all I have left. It's all I have left. That's what he's been saying all year. It's kind of led to that. And I think we get the bittersweet. Like, yeah, it's sad and bitter because Cena's going out and the hero loses in his last time. But as much of a company man as Cena has been, the whole quote unquote unwritten rule is you go out on your back to build up somebody else. That seems, and Gunther is a perfectly reasonable person to end Cena's career. But I think Gunther ends up disappointed because Cena does not give up. He just can't function anymore. And we're
Hmm.
sad, but at the end of the day, he got that last thing that's gonna hover over Gunther. He couldn't get him to tap. That's what I think.
I think that's probably I think that feels right. That feels like what's probably going to happen. I feel like he did promise it because that's not what's going to happen.
Yeah.
I
That's
don't
why I
know.
said I kind of wish he wouldn't have promised it because I would be a bit more willing to believe, oh, they made Cena tap. But nah, Gunther.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know how you show like him just giving up on the trying to get a tap and just go for the standard pin. I don't I don't feel like it's a pass out.
Okay.
That doesn't feel like the climax.
fair.
But often with Gunther, it is that you are right that that is the climax of a Gunther
Like
story. Often,
like
um,
he's not the like he's a man with no finisher.
right? Yeah, that's why I'm trying to figure out the math in my brain of like, okay, well, if he does get tired of applying finishers that won't get John Cena to tap, or like maybe he does. Maybe there is like a pass out moment and Gunther breaks the hold immediately and like slaps him or something. Is like, no. But I don't know how you eventually get to the normal Gunther finish of like endless power bombs, stack pin.
Yeah.
Like, is it just Gunther is just showing ultimate frustration? John Cena's tried to pass out multiple times. He slaps him up, wakes him up, splashes Prime in his face, and then just does like five power bombs and a stack pin.
I hate that the fact that the that
Prime
is
is a
even
prop.
that is even a possibility.
All
But yeah, maybe.
right.
But I think Gunther wins this one.
Yeah, same. I don't think I unless so I can't give you who I credit it to because it was just something I read randomly. But somebody very early on, maybe not early, like the second the Ricky Saints Obafemi match had ended, and we had figured out that it was going to be an Obafemi as the NXT champion fighting Cody Rhodes. I saw somebody online post. Cody Rhodes is currently in a very violent blood feud with Drew McIntyre.
Okay.
And at the time, there were rumors that John Cena and Gunther were going to open the show weirdly.
Oh yes, I heard that. I
Those
heard that
rumors have
Thursday.
supposedly been completely shot down as
Oh,
as
okay.
fake news rumors, and that John
Okay.
Cena's always been planned to main event.
I
But
mean, he should.
yeah, that seemed appropriate, and people were, and I think this was a person trying to logic out. Okay, if John Cena is opening, here's what I'm thinking, and that is that John Cena defeats Gunther to open the pay-per-view. Drew McIntyre beats down Cody Rhodes, and the babyface replacement that somebody has to step up and give this kid a spotlight who was supposed to be in the main event tonight. You got to have this kid in the main event. That's the whole point of this show is we were going to give these kids the spotlight. John Cena steps in and also fights in the main event and loses to Obafemi.
I'd be down with that.
That is the best booking scenario I have heard, but that
Mm.
is that is a fan booking their perfect scenario kind of thing, you know?
Mm.
That's not speaking to what they want for Gunther after this show tonight, like what how they want people to perceive Gunther on
I
Sunday
mean,
morning. That's not speaking to
they could also not be that high on Gunther anymore. They did have him tap to Jey Uso earlier this year. So they could not be that high on Gunther anymore. And I feel like if you want to have a monster and make him make a point, Obafemi doing that would be a good way to do it. And I'm pretty sure Oba's younger than Gunther anyway. And
oh
people
yeah,
bitch
Oba's
about
Oba's still a kid basically in in
I,
in in WWE terms.
yeah. But so I think that would be a good way to do that because Gunther's around our age. So he's not exactly young. He's just younger than Cena.
Hmm.
Um, but yeah.
All right, well that is our predictions for tonight. We wish Mr. John Anthony Cena all the best in his uh future. Obafemi is only 27.
Damn.
This has been You Don't Watch Sports. We covered three topics just to sprinkle a little bit of sports information into your casual conversation as we are guiding like to see that is sports talk. If you like seeing us talk about other things, we have a media show where we share movies back and forth. One guy has seen it, the other one hasn't. This guy hasn't seen is the name of the show. Omari, where else can they find you on the internet?
Twitter and Twitch is Geotavi. That is Giotavi. Come on in. Stop on by. See y'all around. I got nothing else to say to y'all except thank you so much for watching. Adios.